Who are they dating? Why did they break up? Was it just a secret love affair? In today's video, let's talk about the 5 short-lived power couples of the UFC. Cody Garbrandt and Paige VanZant. The former bantamweight king, Cody Garbrandt, and Paige VanZant seem to have had more in common than the gym they trained at. The two Team Alpha male fighters were looked at as budding contenders in the promotion. Their winning streak definitely pushed them into the spotlight. And oh yeah, they're also very attractive. Eventually, the news broke out that the fan-favorite fighters have now turned into a fan-favorite couple. Garbrandt confirmed that the two were together after his UFC 189 decision victory. And if you thought he was lying, Paige also confirmed the news when a TMZ press member inquired. However, they don't call him no love for nothing. The two separated not long after going public with their relationship. It was all amicable though. Both Paige and Cody were a bit too focused on their careers to prioritize on a relationship. Paige VanZant is now happily married to another fighter, Austin Vanderford. For the many of you with your fingers crossed for Paige to become single again, we've got some tips for you. Win 11 consecutive fights before losing and sport a neck tattoo. That's just her type. Brittany Palmer and Donald Cerrone. When Big and Rich said save a horse ride a cowboy, UFC ring girl Brittany Palmer didn't have to look far. Sorry Alex Oliveira, maybe next time. The 2012 Ring Girl of the Year took a liking to cowboy Cerrone. This relationship took place before either of them were well established. Though the affair didn't materialize into marriage between Beauty and the cowboy, they both have individually made great strides in their mega successful careers. Josh Berkman and Ariana Celeste. If one would ask Joshua Berkman how to defend a rear naked choke, he'd probably tell you to tuck your chin, get your back on the mat, and date a present ring girl like Ariana Celeste. This will fill you up with enough motivation to not lose. Berkman was once on the verge of being choked unconscious, but he thought about losing in front of his crush and ring girl Ariana would be a bit embarrassing. He then used this don't lose in front of the cute ring girl technique and escaped the choke. He eventually won the fight, flipping the script on its head. The two ran into each other in Vegas a few weeks after and talked about the fight. Berkman then asked Celeste out, and the two were an item for a few months. You were really out there living our dreams, Josh. Luke Rockhold and Demi Lovato. Luke Rockhold knows how to hit, and Demi Lovato puts out hits. A strange contrast, yet it somehow brought the duo closer. Even though they represented different worlds, Rockhold and Lovato found enough things in common to date one another for a short while. Rockhold is the former middleweight king and is probably one of the most attractive dudes in all of MMA. On the other hand, Demi is a very famous singer and songwriter who has picked up an interest in combat sports and fighters. Alongside dating Rockhold, she has even earned a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, and we forgot to mention that Demi is also very attractive. Unfortunately, the two didn't last terribly long as a couple. Brendan Schaub and Ronda Rousey. You want to see what too much man looks like? No, but really, Brendan Schaub, despite the hate he gets online, he is a pretty tough guy. Though people make fun of him for having a peculiar sense of fashion and being hygienic, well, those are things that will win over some women, such as Ronda Rousey. Rousey and Schaub were together for a short time back in 2014. This relationship didn't last too long because Schaub, half jokingly, half not, said that he was a bit too much man for Rousey, as she preferred someone who lets her take charge a bit more. Rousey then dated Travis Brown, who turned out to be Brendan's last fight in the UFC. This ex versus current boyfriend fight resulted in Brown scoring a first-round finish and giving Schaub a talking to right after the stoppage. Ronda and Brown are now married and have a child together, while Brendan is a successful podcast host, internet personality, and, though the MMA community will hunt me down for saying this, a decent comedian. If you like this video and want to see more, subscribe to Sportskeeda MMA on YouTube and follow our social media accounts for all MMA related content.